Hi guys, Norm with you again, and today I've got fans. Yep, all these fans. What it is, back in the maybe late 70s, early 80s, I remember when we used to go and visit Gran on a hot summer's day. She had a fan very similar to this, Pifco mini fan, and let me get this one out. Really nice in its original thing. I don't think Gran's one was an actual Pifco, but it was very similar to this with the blades that sort of fold out and that spins. And it was really nice on a hot summer's day, and Gran would sort of blow me with this, and it was all very good. So I thought with the weather warming up now, starting to get nice, I would see what kind of modern fans are available to do a similar thing. Um, Now, all of these fans cost less than £10. I think the most I paid was for this Pifco fan. Okay, so we start off with the very cheapest fan of all. This is a little USB powered fan. It has no guard or anything, but that does spin. This was approximately like £1.99 or something, some really cheap price, and it is flexible, so you can kind of bend it to your will, as they say. This will of course need powering from a little power bank, such as this. Focus. And so plug that in. And it spins away quite nicely. And that does feel reasonably nice on a warm day. Let's try it with the fan thing. No, not enough power to get that spinning. Come on. Right, give the FANemometer thing a start. Okay, we're getting about halfway up on the dial of that. Depending if I move it around and go more. So, yep, that one's okay. I don't think this FANemometer device thing is actually very good at all, really, because we're not getting a true measurement, and it does move as I move around, but certainly this cannot get it started by itself. I have to give it a push, give it a blow, then it will kind of keep it spinning, and depending on placement, okay, that is blowing off the scale now, but then I need to hold it like a reasonable distance apart. Yeah, we're going to say about sort of that device is useless, but for a cheap fan, if you've already got a little power bank, you know, quite a handy little fan. Obviously no protection, so you've got to be careful that the little plastic blades don't chop your head off, but oh, that one's okay. So pocket fan, and it says there flat battery on arrival. So obviously this was, oh, and there it is, little fan with ears. I suppose it's supposed to be a cat or something, is it? Oh, a little stand, and one of the cheapest USB cables you could ever think of. That is a mini USB mini B, and yep, then there's a little stand there where that will stand in. Okay, so well, it does stand up by itself, and let's see a 3-speed fan. It's quite weak, the fan on this, but I say you wouldn't turn it down on a red hot day. It does give a little bit of breeze. Let's see if it can get this fan thing spinning. Oh yes, it seems to have. No, can it? No, it seems like it can't. Can't get it spinning. Okay, so holding it roughly the same distance apart as the other one. If I put it right up close, maybe what can we get? Oh, it's gone off. Okay, so this one has just died again. So I guess the battery in it is not really very good. Now the next one arrived with the switch on and the flat battery. So that's this one. Fan new. We got a reasonable, fairly nice little USB lead there with the little 2 point whatever it is mil plug, and we've got a neck lanyard, and this one can sort of apparently hang around your neck. Now this one, the air doesn't blow out of there, the air blows out of here, which is quite weird. The air blows out of here, so you kind of hang it around your neck like that, sucks air in at the front, blows the air out here. Okay, yeah, so we can see the on-off switch there, so that's all good. And if I turn this one on now, yep, of course I'm holding it like this, and there's nothing coming out, but I've got to hold it like that, and no, that's really terrible. I've got to hold that very close to my face to actually feel anything. I guess you could say it's better than nothing, but no, that's really not. I mean, it is nice and quiet. Obviously, a quiet fan is nice, but no, I don't think we'll even get any, no movement whatsoever. Start the fan thing off. No, it cannot even keep this fan thing going. No, no, so that is, oh, it is keeping it going. Just, but no, we're not, certainly not getting anything. I'm obviously trying to wave it around a bit, get it? No, so that is $4.99, and if you wanted to hang it around your neck and get a little bit of updraft, I'm holding it on my face now, really, you couldn't see that. Yeah, I mean, it is better than nothing, we can say, but not really. Certainly I wouldn't rely on that. That is pretty rubbish. Let's see. We got the standard sort of Nokia style BL5C battery, which that's a handy bit because you can always replace the battery if you need to. But yeah, no, that one's pretty cheap and I wouldn't buy it. So the next one I think is, remove that out the way. Oh, we've got fans going everywhere. Next one is this one, Trixie's Digi Flex. I don't know what about that. This one was whereas it was £6.99 for this one. And we've got little fabric wings, or propellers, I suppose you'd say. This one does run off standard AA batteries in the bottom there. Are we focused? Probably not, but yeah. So that runs off standard sort of AA's. And okay, the head moves a bit, so it can be pointing up or pointing down. That's quite nice. And switch on the back, literally just on or off. Turn it on, and wow, that's barely anything. You can barely, I mean, there is some airflow, but certainly I would not recommend it. And I can tell you before we start, it's not going to do anything to the fan blower thing. No. Even holding it really close, trying to get good airflow. No. No, that's not good. That's an avoid. I mean, this one's handy if you're worried about getting hit by the propellers, because they're not going to hurt you. And you can literally just stop the fan. And that's, you know, again, I suppose you would say it's kind of better than nothing, but no, don't waste your money on that. That's, you know, maybe this would be good for like a kid's toy or something, you know, because they can, you know, drop it and you don't break it when you drop it, because the propeller just sort of folds up, you know, and you turn it on. And it, yeah, I mean, just really not a good fan, that one. Okay, so the next one will probably be this one, handheld T10 mini fan. And this one was, £4.96. So this one should have been before the other one, but it wasn't. Right. Okay, so we've got a little base stand, little handheld instructions, which are really another one of these super crappy USB leads. And here is the little fan itself. And yep, that's a conducted fan, and sits nicely in the little stand. And I guess that's like a phone, got like a phone stand in the bottom. So yeah, you can put your phone in there. Focus. Focus. Yep, so you can stand your phone up and have it blow air at you while you're looking at your phone. 3. Okay, there's three speeds. And yep, that's okay. Let's feel what it's like. Well, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not anything too fantastic. I suppose compared to the Pifco fan, it's equivalent to the vintage Pifco, you would say. I don't think we're going to get any movement on the FANemometer device thing. Let's see, can we focus? Yep. Yeah. Okay, it is able to keep it spinning, and we're getting up around 50. So, yeah, this is probably one of the better fans. Yeah, I mean that's actually quite nice for what it is. You know, is it less than £5, 4.99 including postage, and obviously there's the USB mini charge port. Obviously an 18650 in the handle here, you think, and that should last quite a while. And obviously with the 3 speeds, the low speed is not really very much. Mid speed, high speed. Yep, so that one's going in the OK pile. That's the best one we've tested so far. So I'll put him at the back. Okay, so what are we up to now? Now I think we do this one, which was £8.88. Let's get it out. Yep. And this one's got a digital display on it as well, which is good. These instructions are crumpled because I've had this out before and looked at it. And again, it's showing a phone holder base. And so let's have a look at that. Right. And sort of a cheap but sort of reasonable USB-C charging on this one. As we can see in the back there, USB-C. It's got lanyard straps, and this one is a digital display. 87% battery left. On speed 2, speed 3, speed 4. And speed 5 actually slows down. It's like an intelligent speed thing where it speeds up and slows down apparently. Well, that's a bit rubbish, but yeah, this one again folds, so you can sit it on your desk like that to blow at you, or you can use this adapter with its little phone holder. Okay, so we can stand it in there, and that's fine. As soon as we tilt the fan back, it's tipping over. So what you have to do then is turn the base around, then you can tip the fan at any angle you want. But of course the problem with that is now you haven't got a phone holder. So if you want to have the fan in it, oh no, see it's very, very tippy. And up more, yeah. So unless you want it sort of straight up or just tilted a little bit, straight up, it still isn't really very good. But then I guess, you put a phone on it, that weighs it down, and you can put it any angle you like. So, I mean, that's okay, I guess. But if you've got it there, and then your phone rings, you want to answer your phone, whoop, no. So the actual fan itself is quite nice. Put it on its highest speed and see with the fan thing. No, it certainly cannot get it going by itself. Oh yes, it did. So this actually got it going by itself. And we're up over 70. Oh, up to 90 maybe. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the fan itself. Yeah, is quite good. It wins points on that. It's blowing quite a nice breeze over me. And the fact it tells you the percentage of battery that's left. That's a very nice feature. But this one loses on its stand because that's no good at all, is it? I mean, all they needed to do was just put a little knob out the back and that would have prevented that. But it is a nice fan. If you use it backwards, then you can't use the phone holder. That is very steady now, very stable. Well, saying that. Yep. So the fan itself is probably the best of the bunch so far, but it loses points on that stand. Okay, now on to what I think will be my favourite fan. I've actually got another one of these, which strangely enough I use in my loo, because I've got a little shelf in my loo, and it gets very, very hot in there in the summer, and so it's handy to have a little fan. It's this 3-speed fan, and it obviously can, you can angle it and point it whatever direction. And the thing that I do like about this fan is it can go up like this, which is nice, and you can angle it. It's nice, you got a nice range of movement. But many of you will have noticed this groove, which again is for a phone holder. So you can have your phone in there watching a video, pointing air at you, and that is very nice. I do like that. I do quite rate that. Whoops. Obviously, if you put it too far forwards, the phone will fall out, which you don't want. But yeah, that's very nice. Just go up a bit with that. Yep. So that overall, I think, is my favourite one for the actual, design, and the fact it can kind of fold up to nothing, and also it can be used as a power bank. There is a 3000 milliamp hour battery in here, and that obviously we can use that to run the little USB fan at the same time. I know, because the original fan stops. Okay, so when you're using it as a power bank, the fan doesn't work. So unplug that, and then this comes back on. Speed 3. Yep. That's blowing quite a nice breeze at me. Now let's test it with the little thingy. See if it, oh yes, instantly gets it going and took it right up to 90. Look at that, right off the end of the scale. Let it stop again. Yeah, so clearly the best airflow so far. So this is blowing out a nice amount of air. And the fact it's got a big battery, and it can sort of crouch down, crouching tiger, hidden dragon, or you can stand it up, move it around, very stable. It's not falling over, and you can put your phone in it, and that is a very nice little fan. So if you see one of those fans on eBay, I'd recommend buying one. There is only one thing with this fan, which on my other one of these, I have modified it, is that from the top, you cannot turn it off. There's no way to turn it off. The only switch is on the bottom here. And we've got a battery display level there as well. So 1, 2, 3, and off. But what I've done to my other one is I've mounted a little switch in here, and so I can switch it on without having to lift it up, which is good. But yep, so all in all, that is a very nice fan for whatever it was, like £9 or something. And we can see a model F30, 3000 milliamp hour battery, and output is 1000 milliamps. So yep, that's quite good. And I have tested the battery in my other one, and it does come up to 3000 milliamps. And so the last fan we're going to test, no, there's one more that fell on the floor. We'll get to that last one in a minute. Now we got this one. Oh, focus please. Just the autofocus on these cameras don't work very well, does it? Right, so this is a bladeless fan. Well, actually there is a blade, but the blade's actually just in here. And so, yeah, little stand there, obviously quite handy for standing it up. And yeah, obviously I'm showing you, but you can't see it. 2, 3-speed blower. And they're not extremely powerful, but you wouldn't say no to it on a hot day. And it is quite a warm day here today, 24 degrees in the conservatory. So let's try it with the FANemometer device. And make sure this is turned fully up again. Right, can it keep it going? Yep. Well, it is managing to keep it going. We're not measuring anything. Come on. I'm moving it around. No. So there is enough airflow to keep it going, but not enough to bring up any speed, even if I hold it really close. No. No, this ductless fan really is. Bladeless fan is gutless as well as bladeless. No, just not. I mean, certainly blowing it in my face again. Yeah, I mean you wouldn't say no on a scorching day. It is blowing out some air, but I get the feeling you would have better airflow if we just had the actual fan itself and not the ducting bit. Okay, so pull the pink bit out, then you can open this, and here is the actual insides, and we can see there's room for an 18650, but they've put, like, was it a 14500 or something in a AA size cell, so that could be upgraded. Wouldn't make the fan spin any faster, but that, well, that is certainly blowing a lot more air. Indeed. Let's now try this on the thing. Yep, look at that. Blowing it right off the scale. So that tells you that the ducted bladeless bit is useless. With this one, you would be better off just cutting off this bladeless bit and just use it as a direct on fan, because the like airflow technology is taking all the power out of this. So this one is no good. Goodbye. Put that one over there. And so the last one we're coming to is this one. And this is a bigger fan altogether. Bigger sort of, fan, as they say. 3 speeds. This is certainly the best out of the bunch, for I can feel it blowing the air at me. It's really nice. These do have a problem, that they come with an 18650 in the back, but when it arrived, the 18650 was reversed. So when I tried to charge it, it obviously blew the battery up. Well, I mean, it didn't blow up as in bang, but it destroyed the battery. So yeah, I've got to check that with these. And this one has actually had a new motor fitted. This is just a generic sort of 3-volt motor, and it did blow the motor, because I think the motors are really cheap, and you can see this one's broke as well. Normally this does sort of hinge back, but the hinge broke, and so that's been glued on for now. So this one's had a new motor and it's been glued back together, but really about $9.99 for these. And yep, certainly it feels like it's blowing a nice amount of air. Let's check with this thing, right? And the fan thing, hold it in front, bang, right off the scale. So let's now turn it down to speed 1. Okay, yep, speed 1. Okay, speed 1, we're getting to about, yep, 70. But we had to obviously help that start. Let's try that again. Yeah, on speed 1, it just cannot literally get it going by itself, but give it a head start, and yep, getting about 50. Okay, so let's try it now on speed 2 and see if it can take off a standing start. Yes, just about, and again off the scale. So yep, this one really is blowing quite a nice amount of air. Got like a snowflake in the middle, and it really is blowing a nice amount of air. Quite, I can feel it now blowing my face, and that does feel really nice. Yep, oh, beautiful. And I can't really remember whether this one did come with a stand or not. It may well have done, but you can sort of stand it near enough. It's good, and it's quite good when this folds over, because it can sit down like that and be up. Obviously this one can't because it's been broken and glued. Obviously you can tell that I've been using this one, and this one really is, portable rechargeable fan, as it says on the back. Yep. And yep, removable 18650 cell, which is good. Obviously you do have to take care to get it in the right way around. USB mini B charging and a little torch on the bottom, so that can be handy for emergencies. And being just a tiny little light, I mean, it's not really a very good torch, but if you're in the sudden darkness and you need a light, that's there, and the 18650 will keep that going for a while. And oh yeah, this feels nice blowing at me, really. Okay guys, so that's the cheap fan roundup, and certainly for mass airflow and for cooling you would want this one. For usability and sort of handiness and its sort of foldability, the fact it's got a power bank chip in it, um, means if I had to buy just one, this would be the one I would buy. If I could buy two, I'd buy these two. This one, the fan itself is quite good as a handheld fan. It blows a reasonable amount of air, but like the stand, okay if you keep your phone in it, but as soon as you lift your phone up, over it goes. And I don't know how many times it's going to take falling over before it dies. You know, I mean, it's nice. It's got a digital display. Oops, tells you exactly how much battery you got left. That's all good. But literally, whoever designed that stand needs to find a new job because designing is not their thing. This little fan, okay, doesn't blow half as much air as the other three, but as a little fan to keep in your pocket or in your bag on a hot summer's day, quite a nice little thing. And yep, certainly better than nothing, as they say. So there you go, guys. That's the top 4 fans, really. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now.